In TPS, if you want to see invoices you've created, you've always had the option to go to the client screen, click on any client, choose Inquiry, and click on Invoices, and you could see all the invoice information here. But now you have a much easier way, and that's where we started out on the Invoices screen. And this allows you to see all the invoices you've created for all clients. You can see all the voided, paid, and outstanding invoices. You can see them all together for all clients as you're seeing now, or you can change the info on the screen using these search fields that you have up here. So right now we're seeing all, but you might want to see just your paid invoices. You can change that to paid. You'll notice the green dot for paid. All of these are paid invoices. You might want to see just your voided invoices. And there you go. And of course we have outstanding as well. I'm going to go ahead and change it back to all. You could narrow this down by invoice code, invoice number, specific client. I'll just go ahead and choose, let's do Shellac Enterprises. That brings up just Shellac Enterprises invoices. I can clear that by clicking this button here, and it brings it back to all. Of course, like many of the other screens in TPS Cloud Axis, this is set up similar to an Excel spreadsheet, so I can actually sort the columns. Let's say that I wanted this to be alphabetical. That's descending by client. Let's go to ascending by clicking it once more, and you can see that it brings ABC companies invoices up to the front. Or maybe I want to put them in order of the date from most recent to oldest. You can set this up however you feel most comfortable. And of course, I can actually grab here and make the columns wider or make them more narrow. So let's go ahead and go over the columns that we have here in front of us. So all the way to the left, you have your check boxes. You won't see these for the paid invoices, but these are outstanding ones here. So you do see the check boxes because in order to pay the invoices, you would need to click on these. So those are basically just selection boxes. You can select all by clicking the box here or do them individually. Then we have our three dots that opens up a menu for us. The Invoice Menu offers quick access to new functionalities based on users' permissions. You can view the invoice details, open up the inquiry, receive payment, view invoice, create invoice, edit paragraphs, rebill, void or unbill, and even transfer from here. Next, you have the client name, the date of the invoice, the amount of the invoice, the amount still unpaid, the invoice code, the invoice number, and then we have our description column. You can see that description is highlighted in blue because you can actually click on it and it opens up this little box here for us to type into where I can add a description after invoicing. This enhances clarity in client communication and AR statements and offers flexibility for staff to add descriptions during billing or later, here on the Invoices screen or in the client's inquiry under the AR or Invoices tab. You'll also see this option to add a description in the Quick Bill, Detail Bill, and Progress Bill screens. Up here you have the option to pay the invoice. If I click on one of these and choose Pay Invoice, only if I've set up a payment gateway through the integration section of TPS, which is down here under Configure. If I were to come here in the payment section, you can see that I have Stripe connected to mine. But only if you set that up, you'd be able to run a payment through with credit card or put in the bank transfer information. So this is a convenient way to make a payment for your client if you have them on the phone and they want to pay an invoice real quick, or maybe they've stopped by the office and you just want to pull up the invoice they want to pay and apply that payment right there on the spot while they give you their credit card info. Then of course we have our refresh, reload button. We have our filters. The filter offers a streamlined and efficient solution for identifying and managing client invoices. You can filter the invoices you have on the screen by partner, manager, or accountant, by group, or by year end. You can select just active clients or inactive or prospect. I have all selected here. You can filter for on-hold clients or non-chargeable clients, and then you would just click search to apply that search criteria. Reset just clears all this information, and you can even pin the filter. By clicking Pin Filter, it brings the filter over here to the right of the screen, which enhances the accessibility and convenience of the filter, especially when dealing with multiple filter criteria. So you don't have to keep clicking on filter and going back and forth. You have it over here on the side for you. And then if you want to get rid of this and go back to the wide screen that we had before, you just click on Unpin Filter. That brings us back to normal. Next, you have the settings, which will allow you to print grid data, which means you can download a Microsoft Excel version of exactly what you see on the screen. This is really cool because you've always had the option of going to the report screen and generating an actual report. But if you're on the invoice screen and can easily filter the screen for exactly what you're looking for, and you only want that printed out in an Excel spreadsheet, you can do that by hitting this button here, and it'll download the Excel version for you straight to your computer. Of course, you still have other options like items per page, where you can select how many invoices you want to see per page back here, or columns, where you can add or remove the columns that you see across here. Overall, this is just about making things easier for you, and we knew invoices in list form was one way we could do that. So we hope this helps. Thank you for watching.